Peace, love, and light. What's up, everybody? It's me, the 420 nurse, and I'm having my afternoon delight. And I just thought I'd come make a really quick video. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, but as you see in the title, it says kids and weed. Let's talk about it. So that's what I want to talk about today. Before I get started, I have to shamelessly promote myself and all that I do. So make sure y'all check out Nature's Candy. Yes, I'll have them tagged at the bottom. We have some really great products. Video coming soon because I'm really digging these products, especially the gummies. If you love gummies, get with them, okay? Also, look, I know I'm in Louisiana, but don't worry about that because this is hemp, legal, and hemp is legal everywhere. D&D Farms, check them out. They don't have a social media, but I'll put the website. And I'm on that space candy today. I actually put the space candy in the volcano, and yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Hemp will not get you sky high like, you know, regular weed, cannabis, whatever word you like, marijuana, Mary Jane, but it makes you feel really good. I really like to use hemp CBD. I use it daily, and I actually use it more than cannabis. You know, I guess it varies throughout the weeks. I'm just playing. No, really though, I use like a lot of hemp CBD products. So I'm actually one of the first promoters, brand ambassadors for this company. The owner reached out to me. He is hilarious. But so yeah, y'all check them out. They actually have like a 5-pack sampler if you want to try them out, and they also have a Delta 8 strain. And the 5-pack sampler, I want to say it's like $80. And use my code, the 420 nurse. Everything I talk about, anytime you see me promoting stuff, it's the 420 nurse. And then I'm drinking Empress teas today. I talked about them in my 420 special video on YouTube. If you didn't watch it, go watch it. And this is Bespoke CBD with Manuka honey. And so what I do with this, because it's a very, I'm gonna say powerful, but you could taste the honey in it, is I just go ahead and do a drop of full in my tea, you know. But anyway, that's enough of promotion. I'm looking at this and I'm looking at the time because, like I said, I wanted this video to be short. So, oh my God, and that CBD, the oil with the Manuka, the Bespoke, it makes it taste so good. I like a natural tasting tea. But anyway, let's jump into it. So, my first question is, do you talk to your children about, I'm gonna say weed, okay, because that's what I say. But the proper term is cannabis. The word marijuana isn't like too much, but I'm just gonna talk how I talk because that's all I could do. I can't fake the funk, okay? Do you talk to your children about weed? Have you talked to your children about weed? Do you use weed in any form? And is your children knowledgeable about the fact that you do? I'm trying to get a good pull, y'all. Hold on. Let me relax. But anyway, I wanted to share my story because I think that I need to be more transparent on my page, because I don't want y'all to think that, oh, she's just a 420 nurse, she's just trying to get into the cannabis industry. And it's a story behind what I did. I actually shared my story on Cannabis Nurses of Color page, and if I also put their their Instagram at the bottom. You can click them, look through it. Great organization, and then you'll find my my interview as well as other really good interviews with really cool people. Okay, so check out the whole series, speaker series. Just look, Cannabis Nurses of Color are doing great things, but it kind of tells you how I even got to where I'm at anyway. Yeah, my thing keep going out. I'm not here to watch her. Let me get back on the subject because I tend to be the type to go off on tangents like that. But my story, okay? So if you watched my story, if you know anything about my story, I'm outside Louisiana, insects, crazy stuff you hear, okay? I'm a Bayou girl. But anyway, if you watched my story, then, you know, you will hear, you know, the situation with my nursing license. I got disciplined, a pre-employment screening. I actually worked for myself for 10 years. Prior to that, closed my business, short story, got depressed, turned to cannabis, finally got a job as a nurse, failed the pre-employment screening, and had to make a decision about accepting suspension or voluntarily surrendering. I chose to surrender because I believe in the plant. And, you know, I felt like saying I accepted the suspension meant they were right, I was wrong. I didn't believe I was wrong. So I voluntarily surrendered. Prior to making that decision, I really had to think about it, and I actually had a dream. For me, cannabis is very spiritual. I know people use it for different reasons, but for me, it's spiritually as well as physically for my health. High blood pressure and, of course, depression, which is managed well. Okay, just thought I'd put that in. But anyway, you know, before I made the decision, I had I'm gonna say a prophetic dream that led to it, but I don't think I was really prepared for the life after that decision. You know, one of the things was I had to talk to my children about my decision, because when I did graduate from nursing school, my son was like 4 or something like that. I hadn't had my daughter yet. We basically grew up together. I was a teen mom. I was just 18. But anyway, so being that, like I said, we grew up together, you know, I always kind of was able to talk to him. It's so crazy, right? Like you know, I go to my child for advice, but he's awesome. I will say that as I was going through my darkest moments, he was so much strength for me, and I'm grateful for him. And my daughter, when I did make the decision, she was in 5th grade. She had just graduated from DARE. And, you know, wow, like I made the decision to choose this plant when in DARE, of course, they're taught that this plant is a drug. And I had to sit her down and I had to be honest with her. And that's one thing with my parenting. I'm always honest with my children, no matter how ugly it is or I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to be honest with my kids. So, you know, I told her, and here I am, you know, like I said, after attending DARE graduation a few days prior or whatever. Yeah, Mom's not going to be a nurse anymore because she smoked some weed, and, you know, she's just not going to be a nurse anymore. But I don't want you to think that I'm like this addict or anything what they've taught you about. Like, you see me as your mother. So you're not, you know that that's not who I am. And, you know, being that she was a 5th grader, a child, she was very understanding. And to this day, my beautiful baby is about to be 15. And she's so supportive of everything I do, you know, as far as me being like a holistic wellness practitioner, knowing that I'm not actively nursing anymore. But she's just great. She never looked at me sideways or in a funny way. Now, for my son, like I said, great support. But when this happened, my son was a senior, or going into being a senior in high school. And like I said, I guess when I made my decision, I didn't really think about the aftermath or what could possibly be the aftermath. I just was like, okay, I had a prophetic dream, I trust it, let's run with it. Holistic health is booming. I'm about to blow up. I'm gonna be rich. That didn't happen, okay, by the way. You know, I didn't blow and get rich, but I did like where I was going spiritually with my life. I had more peace. But with my son, one morning, as his dad was getting ready for work, it's like, you know, where is he? And his daddy walked to the side of the house and caught him smoking weed. And I know he smoked weed. And You know, I think that if a parent catches their child smoking weed, the first thing they want to click out and get angry, all of those different things. But because of my decision, I felt that who am I to even say anything? You know, how can I be angry? And this is why our whole family dynamic is currently changed. And, you know, we're just going through this tough period financially. I'm just being very transparent here, you know. And I've been blamed myself, of course. Maybe if I wouldn't have made this decision, been so open about who I am, maybe he wouldn't have chose to do that. And, you know, now, even back then, we were able to sit down and talk about it. And it wasn't like some type of blame game, you know, with the situation. And actually, this also put me on the path of, you know, incorporating CBD into our lives, because once that happened, him getting busted outside the house, you know, at that point, it's like, so just because he got caught, you think he's gonna stop? No. And of course he didn't. And I also think that during that time, you know, just the thing of being a senior, about to become an adult, he started going through really bad anxiety. And of course we turned to other herbal treatments as well as CBD. And now he is 21. He does not deal with anxiety anymore. And it's possible that we triggered the anxiety because, like, let's just be real here. We love Mary, right? But at the same time, some people can't smoke, because some people do get anxiety from smoking. And of course, the theory goes, maybe the plant was harvested too early, maybe the strain, you know, THC percentage is too high. You know, some people just can't smoke, you know. And so we dealt with that. And so, I mean, that's basically my story, you know, with my kids and with weed. And I'm just thinking, wow, you know, my decision with my nursing license, you know, I don't know. I spent many days, put it this way, going back and forth with myself about my decision. Was I wrong? You know, I never said why, as my grandmother taught me not to question God. You know, we have to just trust that the things that we go through are part of the path that we on, and it's definitely lessons we need to learn as well as tests that become testimonies. So I'm a strong believer in the Most High. But of course, you know, I spent a long time thinking that was my actions the cause of all of this, right? So my question to you as parents of children, young children, teenage children, do you talk to your children about weed? I mean, if you do talk to them, I mean, how do they feel about your use, if they know you use it? You know, do you feel any type of guilt? So I felt a little bit of guilt. I'm not even gonna lie, when it happened with my son. Yeah, so I want to hear from y'all, you know, excuse my, I want to hear from y'all, like, you know, what do you think about all of that? You know, how do you deal with it? How have you dealt with it? Is this something that you hide from your kids? I want to say, thanks to, there's a page, I'm gonna tag them as well, but it's called Mommy Loves Weed. And so when this happened, you know, I'm on the internet, I gotta find somebody who has going through what I'm going through. I feel like I'm all alone in this. And I found this page, and they let the moms like write stories. And I was like, one of the first stories, because this was a few years ago now, that published, in the love and support that I got from other moms because I chose to use cannabis. It really helped me through. I'm not even going to lie. So if you're ever going through something, I suggest you get in a support group, because people need people. When you're going through something, you need somebody. You shouldn't be trying to go through things by yourself, especially if you're in a very dark place. I know sometimes we feel like we have to do things on our own and we don't need nobody, but everybody needs somebody. And I had to learn that on this walk. So share your thoughts. Let me know. What's up? Let's talk about it. Kids and weed, thoughts, stories, whatever. Let's share.